What is going on, Bee Risers? Hope you're doing well. We be rising every day. We be smelling the flowers every day. I hope you guys are doing fabulous. And I got a question from one of you beautiful bees out there. And I thought this question can help a lot of people. So this question is from Gemini Goddess. What a great name. Are you actually Gemini? That'd be my fellow air sign. What's up, fellow air sign? My best friend is a Gemini too, so I love astrology. It's great. Can tell us so much about ourselves. That's a whole other video. But I loved your question. Thank you for putting this out there because I'm sure it'll help other people too, and I'm sure other people are going through the same thing as you are, and I've actually been through it as well. And I was thinking back to how far I've come to get to where I am now with eating a lot of more raw living foods. And it was thinking back, I didn't just jump onto the raw food, and I'm not a raw foodist, but I didn't just jump onto eating a lot more raw foods. It was like a real, kind of slow process, but great learning experience. So I'm gonna just say your question here, and then I'll just give you my response. It says, Be Rising, can you make a video on how to be strong breaking food addictions? I'm struggling with the same disease you had. I watch all your videos, but staying consistent and disciplined with a healthy diet is a struggle for me. Totally get it, totally understand where you're coming from, so thank you for the question. And I'm just going to give you some tips that have helped me. And first and foremost, it's important not to be too hard on yourself, right? Because we're all at different stages, and we're all at different places in terms of our health as well. So just try to be easy on yourself. And I'm going to give you the 5 P's that have helped me, and hopefully it'll help you too. So the first P is to plan. And just like anything in life, to have success, we first have to have a plan of action. And so what I did was I planned out what I was going to buy before going to the store. And this just helps you out. It helps you out to determine what meals you're going to eat throughout the week. You know exactly the meals you're going to have throughout the day. So it's important to plan your meals ahead of time. The second P is to then prepare them, right? So what I do first thing in the morning is I have some have some water. I got some mango juice here. So good, actually. Let's have a break. And then I prepare, a big bowl of grapes, and I bring that with me. I wash them. Then I prepare my smoothie. So I first planned out the meals I was having. So I went to the store, got like lots of leafy greens, berries, grapes, and then I would prepare my meals. So I would wake up, you guys, I don't wake up too early, but I do, give myself some time to prepare my meals in the morning. So I wash all my grapes, and then I prepare my smoothie. And then I can, take it in a to-go cup if I'm like out and about, and I can drink it. And then that way, I'm not going out and going to fast food places and just eating horribly. And then, you don't feel the effects of that after. So I like to really plan and prepare my meals throughout the day. And then that makes me feel so good. And so the preparation doesn't take too long either, but it's just setting some time aside to prepare your meals. The third P is place. So this is a pretty big one. Place is also for like your environment that you're in. Because if you still have junk food in your environment, or just food that is just not healthy for you, if it's still around you in your workplace or wherever, and you smell it, that can often entice you, and then you often, eat a lot of it. Or if it's right in front of your face, you may eat, you're just going to eat what's there. So What I did was when I first started transitioning, I removed a lot of the unhealthy foods, a lot of the junk food, processed foods. So this is about removing and replacing, unhealthy foods with healthier ones. So for instance, if I ate, like back in the day, I used to eat a lot of cereals and just processed foods and crap. So what I did was I replaced the box cereals with whole oats, right, with a whole grain. And then that way you know exactly, you can put in what you want in your oatmeal, whether you want blueberries or whatnot. You can add even a little bit of maple syrup, as opposed to the box cereals have so much sugar and so much color and preservatives. So it was really removing unhealthier foods and replacing them with healthier options. I'm going to come out with more videos too on like eat this, not that. Just replacing unhealthy foods with healthier ones. So also things like sodas. If I drank a lot of Coca-Cola or whatnot, I started making my own lemonade. So I started squeezing some fresh lemons in a big 2-liter jug of water, with adding in, again, I can control the amount of sugar I put in there, so I added a little bit of maple syrup, and that's just a much healthier option. You know exactly what's going in the food and you're preparing it yourself, so that is amazing, right? So yeah, remove and replace junk foods for healthier ones, and I'll come up with a video on that as well, on what foods that we can swap. But those are just some examples to help you out. The fourth P is perfection. No, it's not about being perfect. Actually, take perfect out. Take perfect out and throw it out the window. We don't want perfection here. So replace perfection with pleasant. It's not about being perfect. It's about enjoying the process and choosing foods that you enjoy that are pleasant. Because if you're eating foods that you just don't enjoy, like let's say I advocate a lot of grapes, but if you're a person that doesn't like grapes, that's not going to work out for you. You're not going to have an enjoyable experience eating foods that you don't like, right? So choose foods, fruits, vegetables that you enjoy. It's going to make this process a whole lot easier, right? So experiment with different foods, with different fruits and vegetables, find what you like, and then go to town. And I'm going to come out with actually a recipe book. I've been working on it, and I hope to have it out by spring. Fingers crossed, because I know it's really going to help you guys out. And there's a recipe in there for everyone. Raw, cooked, you name it. So I'm going to come out with that too, and I think that's going to really help you guys out and just show you kind of what the foods that I'm eating. And what I really advocate too is find foods that you enjoy and then keep making them throughout the week. If you really enjoy it, then repetition, right? I often have the same meals over and over through the week that I enjoy, but it's about the foods that you like, that are, that you respond well to, that you gravitate towards. So whether that's mangoes or peaches, plums, watermelon, honeydew melon, you name it. Plan, prepare, and then incorporate that into your daily life. And so it's not about perfectionism and trying to be this purist, or, it's just about enjoying your meals too, right? Because there's an emotional emotional component to this as well. That if you're not enjoying what you're doing, that's going to really affect your mental and emotional state. So there's happiness to this as well. You want to enjoy the food. You want to be happy eating the food. That's going to really impact you emotionally and mentally. So find foods that you enjoy, and this is going to make this process a whole lot easier. And just make sure that they're healthy, and there's so many different foods out there, and whole foods is what I'm saying. So just find the foods that you gravitate towards and that you enjoy. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for pleasant, foods that give you pride, that you enjoy. And the fifth P is practice. So anything, if you want to be good at anything, it's about really practicing it. And so what I think of is all the unhealthy habits that I created. I knew that I could create healthier habits. So if we can create unhealthy habits, we can create healthier ones, but it's about action, implementation, and practicing it over and over, and finding foods that you enjoy, and then repeating that. I often have grapes almost every single day because I really enjoy grapes. And if it's not my, the first thing I eat, it's usually the second or third food that I eat. But I always have, grapes through. I'm always going to the market and like fighting other people for grapes. And I'm not fighting, but I just really love grapes, and I have that every day, and it's become a healthy habit of mine. So practicing healthy habits, incorporating, switching unhealthy habits, and you can create healthier ones. So if we can create unhealthy habits, we can create healthier ones, and it's just about implementation and practicing it daily, finding a routine too. So just find foods that you enjoy and then just repeat that over and over, and you're going to be good at it. You're going to be a master. And that's what it's all about, finding foods that you enjoy. And for me, I always go for the fruits first thing in the morning. It's quick, easy, it's healthy, fast food. It's super easy, right? So find foods that you enjoy and prepare them, and then just practice it over and over, and find what works for you too. Because most things that I mentioned, I'm just sharing what I'm doing and just kind of giving you guys ideas too, but you don't have to do exactly what I do, right? It's about just looking for whole, healthy foods, and then just finding what you like, putting that in your body, and making this an enjoyable experience for you. That's what I find is successful. It's not perfection or purist. It's just having a good balance too, and just following your intuition, right? Listening to that inner voice. A lot of times, if I just sit in like silence and just listen, okay, what is it that I feel like today? I know, and then I feel super good if I just really listen to my body and listen to that inner voice, intuition. It's that inner guidance that really knows what you want. And when you follow that, when you're in tune with that, I find that's where we can achieve health and happiness on so many levels. So follow that inner voice. And sometimes I have 70% chocolate now and then if I feel like it. This isn't about pure, like I said, this purist lifestyle. It's about finding a balance that works for you. And I really think my recipe book's going to help you guys out with that. So that will be out hopefully for spring. I know you guys are going to enjoy that. So I hope all these 5 P's help you out. Remember to plan, prepare your meals, and place. Remove and replace foods for healthier ones. Throw perfectionism out the door. We don't want perfectionism. We want pleasant. We want foods that you enjoy. Find foods that you enjoy that make you happy, and then practice that over and over, and you'll become successful. So I hope this helps you out. Thank you so much, Gemini Goddess, love that name, for your question, and I hope this helps other people out too. And I'm going to come up with more tips too, more tips and tricks, and I think I'm going to do another food swap to help you guys. So we'll do food swaps, like for instance the cereals that I mentioned, about swapping those out and replacing them with whole foods, whole grains. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous day, and as always, be your beautiful selves, be getting in some healthy whole foods from Mother Nature, and be getting out into nature today. When you do that, we'll all be rising.